As of last month, I started a side portfolio with only $100,000 in it to see number one, how could I grow this portfolio over time using only one system that's completely separate from how I manage my main fund. This entire system is based around unusual options flow. And in this video, we're going to talk about number one, how we were able to make over $120,000 in profits in about a month, which is nearly a 120% return using this system. And the case study that we're going to be using in this video specifically is for the stock BE. So if you're interested in how I've been growing this account, more importantly, how we are able to get a massive return on our BE options through using options flow, then you want to watch this video. My name is Peter DiCarlo. I've been trading full time for the past 11 years. I've grown my fund to over $5.6 million, and my entire trading strategy is based around two simple indicators. And what we're going to be going over in this video is unusual options flow. I don't take into account any fundamentals. I don't care what the company does. I don't care about the news, what's happening with tariffs, none of that. If my requirements are met and I have a reason to take a position, I will very simply take it. I want to preface this video by saying that this strategy that we're going to go over today and the returns that I have seen with this strategy in the past month are absolutely insane and not normal. Historically, I only have a 61% win rate across all of my funds. And I focus a lot more on not being highly accurate, but having an insane risk versus reward ratio. Now, with that said, if we just isolate the new fund that we have created, these are the returns that we have so far. We started with 100 grand. We're up over $120,000 in profits with a 92% win rate. We've had 24 winning trades and only 2 losing trades with an average risk versus reward ratio of 6.2. Now, I want you to understand that this will not stay this way forever. I believe at least the win rate is going to have to go down to about 70%, and the win versus loss ratio will probably go down to about 4%. So it will not always be sunshine and rainbows. It will not always look this clean. We've definitely gotten a little lucky here, in my personal opinion, and I don't expect it to be this simple and smooth. If it does continue to happen this way, amazing, but I don't expect it. Basically, what this fund does is it tracks the unusual whale section of my Discord community. And from there, all of that information gets put into our student trading portal where you can see all of the current holdings and all of the past unusual options flows down below. If you've been trading for years and still cannot find consistency, then listen up. I've grown my portfolio to over $5 million in the past 11 years using one simple system. And better yet, I've helped over 20,000 traders become profitable as well, with as low as $10,000 to as much as $3 million. These are the exact indicators that I use each and every single day to analyze the market within my videos. And you can learn the entire strategy completely for free with our trading library down below. Go ahead and tap the link, start trading with a plan, download the indicators, and no longer guess what you're going to do each and every single morning. It's free, and I promise it will help. Now, an unusual options flow is basically a cadence of orders that come in on the options market. If you want to learn in depth exactly what I look for and how you can find these flows on your own, go to our trading library. It's all free down in the description, and skim down to step 4 under options flow mastery. This is going to show you the exact criteria that I use to get in and out of these positions and specifically what I look for when I want to enter. Now, once a flow comes through, I tag it, I post it to the Discord community, it gets sent into our student portal, and I take a position. Now, my position sizing for these trades is normally about 2% to 5% of the total fund. So since we started with $100,000 here, my average position sizing is anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000, which even though we've seen insane results of over 120% return in the past month, I'm risking no more than $2,000 to $5,000 per trade. So even if the trade goes to zero, which since we're trading options here, it's a pretty good chance that happens, it's not the end of the world. If you are somebody who wants to learn how to trade options in a very simple way without blowing up your account, take the options simplified course as well. Now let's go into our trading dashboard for our actual journal, and let's just look up the stock BE so that we can see the trades that we've taken. You can see that so far in just a month on BE alone, we've closed out over $12,000 profits with a 100% win rate. And that's because we've only taken 2 trades. The first trade was on 10/6. for a 116% return, gross profit of $5,800. We entered here on 9/24 and closed on 10/6. On 9/24, BE was trading here at $69.03, and 10/6 price was trading right up here at about $93. So even if we had scalped that position with shares, that's a 34% return on our investment in just 12 days. Now, like I said, we post all of this within the Discord, but we can actually go into the trading journal and student dashboard and search for BE. You can see that the initial flow that came through was right here 19 days ago. This was an 8/21 2026 expiration date. We had nearly $1.6 million in call options come in above the ask, which you will learn in the flow workshop, which is very important when it comes to making sure that this is actually somebody buying call options. You can see that 3 more days below, 21 days ago, we had call options come through prior to that, this time for 226 $90 expiration. Before that, we had more call options come through. And this was the main reason that we ended up taking this position. Price had pulled back. It was no longer trading near this 2x deviation band, which means it was not overpriced, and buyers were entering the options market. I closed out this position because I didn't think the stock was going to continue to pump. But then 4 days after I closed my first trade, we got more call buying happening. This time, it was for a much shorter expiration date. On 10/10, you can see that we had nearly $1.8 million in calls come through with a strike of $120. If we actually go through the student dashboard and look at the logs, you can see that it hit right here, which is the flow that we just talked about. But we actually saw another one come through for $110 strike for about $2.4 million. So in total, we saw about 5 or 6 unusual options orders come through, which gave me a very strong inclination that this breakout was not over. And as you can see, price continued to compress. And because there was so much call buying coming into the market, I decided to reopen my call options. This time, I ended up opening 8 call options expiring 11/21/2025 for a $120 strike, which is the same exact ones that the whale ended up opening. Price a couple of days later ended up breaking out nearly 30%, and I closed entirely for another 106% profit, giving us a profit on this trade of $6,200 and a total profit across both of them of $12,000. Now, here's the deal. Based off of all the unusual options flow that we've been seeing coming through on this stock, there's a really good chance that this just continues to run, goes up to 135, 145, 150. And I probably could have made another $6,000 to $12,000 holding my call options if that happened. But the reason I ended up closing is very simply because we are very overextended here. Yes, all of the criteria that we have as far as the BX trender is still green and it looks like we could keep running, but I felt that the risk just wasn't worth the reward anymore. And I currently have tons of other call options that I'm tracking and trading. And so there's no reason for me to just put all of my eggs in one basket. I hope this video helped. If you guys want access to all of our free courses, including the Options Flow Mastery course, the link to our entire course library will be down in the description. And I'll see you all next time.